Hi, member. This is Awaken Your Soul. We just finished our final retreat of 2020. Happy to see this year behind us. This is your first time with Iboga. This is Darren, by the way. Your first time with Iboga after having quite a bit of experience with other medicines and other self-inquiry. Can you just tell us a little bit about what you received here?
Yeah, I came because I'd done all this other work, and through the other work I had profound healing and messages and insights and vision, and I thought that I had done it. I'd done everything that I could do, and this is great, and I didn't have liberation, but I had up close to it. I had release from all these things that I had: depression, anxiety, suicidal tendencies. And then something came up in the last couple of weeks, and something heavy, and it kind of came back in. It just opened up a little hole inside me and said, you have not gotten back. You think you have, but you haven't. There's more. And it really scared me. I do integration work, and I wasn't able to do my work. Mm-hmm. I felt like an imposter in front of those people. Yeah, and to imagine a year of doing it so well, and then to lose that. And I can't, and somehow I found you all with Iboga. And I came, and I didn't know what to expect. All I knew was how to experience the journey. I did not know what to expect. I'd read about it, and
meaning you knew the principles of surrendering and receiving the wisdom. Is that what you mean by you knew how to experience the journey?
Yes,
right.
Yes. In all my journeys, deep mushroom and ayahuasca work, I had learned to observe and to breathe and not to be aware of my ego and just let it happen. I can't make it happen, but I can just let it happen.
Right.
And I knew how to do that.
Right.
But yeah, I read about Iboga. I read about this idea of the movie screen and the conversation with the soul, and that's all I knew. And I was like, oh, I'll look forward to that, And my God, you have fears. Everyone has fears, but they're not what they can be. In this experience, they are that times 100. Whatever fear you had, and I saw those fears, and I didn't realize they were still in me, and that's how hard they were. And yeah, it's amazing, that process of facing the pain and the fear, and that being the thing that transforms you.
Was that scary for you to face the fears?
I didn't know going in that was what was going to happen. Because I thought I was going to relive parts of my life and change them in front of me. But no, it showed me, it exposed the fears for what they were. I thought the fear was I had upset my parents. No, the fear was they were suffering, and I had made them suffer worse. The people that I loved, that was my greatest fear. The people I loved were in pain, and I had caused it. And it was incredibly scary. It was incredibly difficult. Yeah, I get chills now thinking about it.
So what can you say to someone who's watching this that hears that and goes, yeah, no thank you, that doesn't sound, hi Angelo, that doesn't sound, it sounds really intense, it sounds, of course, really scary, too uncomfortable. What would you say in terms of the amount of benefit that you receive from actually being willing to do that, and understand that not everybody's journey and everybody's experience, nor were both of yours the same, right? But ultimately your second journey was so deep and so profound
and transformational.
What would you say to someone that immediately makes them go, yeah, because that ignites a lot of fear in people. Beyond the fears that we already have is hearing how difficult it can be. So what would you say to encourage someone to move through that resistance?
You have to. I see it. We talk about it over and over again with every plant medicine. From the first plant medicine you take, we talk about it over and over again. The only way out is through.
Yeah.
The only way out is through. There is no going around. There is no turning back. The only way out is through. We talk about it over and over and over again. Surrender. The only way out is through. And when you talk about faith, right? People, I had spirituality, I had religion, I had faith. I read Nisargadatta, I read all these deep thinkers, Ram Dass, and I had faith that yes, there is this separate thing. We are not this ego that's constantly being through this pain. But I had faith. I never felt it. I just had faith, and I had glimpses of it. And I will tell you that not that I discovered it. It's just that it just got reinforced over and over again. That's the only way you're going to get past all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Every fear you have, and these fears are not afraid of the dark. They're the fear of fear. Mm-hmm. They're the fear of rejection. They're the fear of, anxiety, the fear of success.
The fear of our authentic selves, right? And not understanding what that really means, or being loved for being our authentic self. Right?
Totally.
Yeah.
And the only way to really transform that, you don't beat it, you transform it. The only way to transform it is you have to face it with courage. Yeah. And that's when the transformation happens. And it's Terrence McKenna always said it, nature loves courage. It's absolutely true.
Yeah, this is a process of coming home to our true selves and inherently being at one with nature, right? Like being who we were when we came into this world, before all of the constructs and trauma and everything was set right on top of us, and you watching your parents fight and everything that created. I mean, you have literally done a 180-degree transformation in the last year and a half.
And I thought, I had done a 180-degree transformation when I showed up. Yeah. I thought I had been there. And it's amazing. I was thinking about this morning. I always used to say you have to befriend the ego. You have to befriend the ego. And then I thought about what my ego is. It's shame and anger and guilt and these things. And then I transformed it. I haven't felt those things since. I've not felt those things since that night, the last night. And I thought about when we come into this world, we don't have shame or guilt or anger. No. What do we have? You see it with Luna. Yeah. You have love, laughter.
Our 16-month-old daughter who's just pure light. Yeah.
But you have joy and happiness and love. You see it.
Yeah.
You see it.
And trust in the world around you, right? Until you don't.
You have trust, and that's our true self. That's before the conditioning and the concepts take over us. It's amazing. Yeah.
Well, I really honor, your commitment this week. It was really beautiful to see that depth of willingness to go within. I mean, Darren spent hours in front of the mirror in the second ceremony, just really talking with his soul, his higher self, God, which of course are inherently one ultimately, and just making amends and peace with your family. And I really, it was really such a touching honor to be able to observe that and hold space for that. And look forward to seeing how this unfolds for you and how you can bring this to other people in your integration work. It's going to be so powerful.
I'm so excited about it. And I want to thank you and Anthony and the entire staff and everyone who came, because you created the container, the perfect container. Everything about it was perfect. And it just allowed it to unfold. It did not force anything. It made, aside from my own fears and ego, everything you did was with, just support and intelligence and organization and love, obviously. Yeah. And it created the container for me to just let go and face all those things and on my own. Like, you didn't even try to interject. You just came in with the right times, like, this is the push, this is the thing. And then it allowed it to happen.
Good. Yeah, it's really, we love what we do. And it's up to you guys, to really, to push that edge, right? As you feel comfortable. And so for us to just open the doorway, for us and the medicine to open the doorway, because the medicine doesn't do the work. We do the work ourselves, and so every participant who takes this commitment is, it's up to them to go as deeply as they can. And that's really all that matters. That's the important thing, is to push ourselves to the edge of where we feel a breakthrough, and then the next time a little bit more breakthrough, and it's a really beautiful process to witness and to experience. It's hard, man. It's really hard, but it's so worth it. The freedom on the other side of moving through those boundaries of pain, those barriers, those walls, is so freeing and
liberating.
Thank you.
Liberating.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Liberating. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank
it was
you.
Such a deep pleasure. And
Thank you.
We look forward to having you back if the time is right, and just seeing how this unfolds for you. So.
Yes.
Thank you all for watching. If this is interesting to you, you can check out our website. You can send comments below. And really, this is a really exciting and fulfilling journey. So if this medicine is calling you, just take the plunge. Adios, pura vida.
Adios.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's really wonderful.
Such a joy.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias. Gracias, Pachamama.